I became a disciple from a letter. His name Orville. And Orville was a cool guy, but it wasn't nothing, he was just a regular guy. But let me tell you, Orville always had the gift of gab for the ladies. Orville could talk to any woman on the face of the earth. He had a gift. So we started writing letters probably about a month when I moved to Georgia. So the first couple of letters, it was all about, hey man, this girl I met. But then, probably about 3 months into it, the letter started to change. He started writing about God and salvation. And I remember he would ask me, do you think a disciple and a Christian are the same thing? And I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. But we were right. We had this relationship like that for several months. So he wasn't talking about all the girls that he slayed. He started talking about sisters. He's talking about going to church parties and church gatherings. And he said, when you come up to St. Louis, why don't you stay with me? I stay with a few roommates, a few brothers, and you won't have to pay nothing. I said, cool. Went to St. and I saw something that was different. Everything that he was writing in the letters, I saw in person. He was talking about God, and everybody in his household were acting good. And then one day he said, Burrell, you want to study the Bible? And I'm like, study the Bible? I'm cool studying the Bible. And then he sat down and just did a couple scriptures. And I knew where I was at with God. He said, what do you want to do? I said, man, I want to get right. And it wasn't just because of what God said right then, it was because I saw his life changed. I remember how he used to be. And then I saw where he was now. And I was blown away. So he said, what we're going to do, we have a church in Atlanta. He called some brothers, and anyway, some disciples some Christians stayed like 5 or 6 miles from my house. Called them, I started studying the Bible with them. And then 2 weeks after that, I was baptized into Christ. And then, not only that, my mother, 4 months after I was baptized, she became a disciple. And both of us are still here to this day. So the reason why I like this story is because I think so oftentimes we complicate our testimony or sharing our, quote, faith with people, when sometimes people just need to know who you are in your life. I became a disciple from a letter. From someone writing a letter.